Alright, troops. So strongly conditioned with another information led video. And why should you watch on? Well, I'm going to attempt to describe to you the benefits of burpees and why you should be incorporating this exercise into your current training regime. So to give you some background, I was a big meathead for years, always lifting weights, very narrow-minded and dogmatic with my thinking, and I never really paid any attention to any other training modality other than a sport of running and road cycling at some point. Bodyweight training to me just seemed stupid, particularly through the lens of bodybuilding or building muscle. I never seen it in that context. I didn't think it was possible to build the same amount of muscle that you could do in bodybuilding, so it didn't serve any purpose to me. However, my beliefs were completely blown out of the stratosphere when I discovered the Iron Wolf at the start of 2021. I was looking for a new stimulus, and when I seen his videos I was mesmerised, and I started doing burpees and everything just changed. And I wish to share with you the benefits I personally experienced and the benefits I believe that you also will experience if you embark on your burpee journey. So one of the first things that pops out with burpees and why you should perform the burpee is the versatility of the burpee exercise. Once you master the 6-count burpee, you can manipulate it to cover both aerobic and the anaerobic zones. And the way you can do this is if you wear a heart rate monitor and you're doing your 6 counts, you can slow the pace down and keep the heart rate between 120 and 150 beats per minute, and you can induce that aerobic effect and build an aerobic base through that technique or that modality. If you want to crank it up a notch and take it to the next level, taking the heart rate past the 150 mark, then you're going to go into the anaerobic zone. So you've got both of those zones covered with the one exercise. The accessibility of this exercise as well makes it more profound on that level, because it can be performed at anywhere at any time, on the floor, if you're in a toilet cubicle, if you're on the beach, if you're in the countryside, if you're in the street, if you're in your living room. Burpees can be performed anywhere and they will get that desired effect. I know a lot of people will say things like, yeah man, you should go running and sprinting, that's really good. And you know what, fair enough, but you can't do that on the spot, or if you can, more power to you. But let's be honest here, no one's going to go sprinting on the spot and they're not going to enjoy the experience. So the first reason why you should be doing burpees is the versatility of the exercise. Another benefit from doing burpees is the mental health aspects, and this was one thing that knocked me for six when I started doing burpees. I would do say 50 burpees, 100 burpees at the start of my burpee journey, and the one thing that struck me right off the map was the profound invigoration I experienced after performing my session. I was walking on air. Honestly, I just felt so good. Obviously, that was a rush of endorphins throughout the body, but I had never achieved that high through doing the weights. The only thing that I can explain or that I can compare it to was the runner's high, but even that died off after a few sessions. But burpees, it was constant, because it was just a painful, hard session. It was very rewarding and it just cleared the head. It was what people describe mindfulness. Burpees just take you into that dark zone where nothing around you matters. The only thing that matters is, am I finishing this exercise? Am I getting to the end? Or the next rep that's coming up? These are the thoughts that consume your mind. Therefore, any other stuff that's going on in your life ceases to be in the moment. So it becomes a form of meditation in that respect, because the exercise is so demanding, both mentally and physically. It overwhelms you. So the mental health aspect of burpees was one that really struck a chord with me. I was walking on air after these sessions, and if you get into a well-structured, consistent burpee regime, that is the first thing you will notice, is the thoughts and the feelings that follow an excellent burpee session. Number three kind of ties in with the last one, and it's the mental endurance you develop through this exercise. When you start burpees, you experience dark place engagement quite rapidly. Say about 10-15 reps in, you start to hear the voices in your head telling you to stop, and you then know that you're in that zone, and that's the place where most people stop. And what you have to do in that respect is decipher that voice as something that's telling you that at that point the magic is starting to happen. Your brain is trying to get you to stop because it wants you to conserve energy for stuff that really matters, i.e. acquiring food, shelter, resources. However, the magic starts to happen when the voices start to appear. When dark place engagement kicks in, it is your opportunity to sustain your presence in that zone. And what that's going to do over time is it's going to increase mental endurance. And when you can develop that level of mental endurance over time, it has tremendous carryover to other things you're doing within your fitness regime journey. Like if you're doing 100 burpees, 200 burpees, 300 burpees, 3 sets of 10 in a bench press doesn't really compare. It lasts 30-40 seconds, the other one lasts about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So if you can go for that amount of time doing an exercise which is considered painful by some people, considered really strenuous, then you can take that training to the next level, helping you bust through rep plateaus, hitting rep PRs and so forth. So if you can incorporate burpees into a weightlifting regime, you'll find it has tremendous carryover on a mental level, which will help you potentially increase the gains that you would get from doing your bodybuilding, your powerlifting, your weight training. So the mental endurance for me was a massive bonus, and it's something that is developed through repeated sessions throughout the weeks, months and years. You're not going to just do burpees 2 times a week and develop like an SAS mindset, but if you can do burpees every single day, every single week, for long periods of time, then your mental game is going to get so on point. It is going to become insane, and you will find the benefits trickle over into other training aspects of your journey. Another beautiful thing about the burpee was the variations could elicit certain responses. And this area is a bone of contention for some people, as I experience in my YouTube comments. So we have the 1 pump burpee where you go down for 1 press up, then it starts to go into 2 pump, 3 pump, 4 pump, and you can take it up to 10 pump. In fact, you can take up to 20 pump if you've got that capability. However, once you start to increase the pumps, you start to come away from the cardio side of the burpee and you start to move up into the muscle building aspects of the burpee. Now, studies suggest that when a muscle is taken to failure, that is when growth occurs. And if you're doing repeated sets of 5 pump burpees, 10 burpees, 20 burpees in, you are going to be coming close to failure on every single burpee. So you are going to get tremendous muscle growth effects. Now, I am not saying that burpees are going to turn you into Dorian Yates. That's not the case. Bodybuilding, weightlifting is the superior muscle building process. However, the muscle building potential from burpees cannot be discounted. Try it for yourself. My pushing strength remained constant throughout my burpees, even though I wasn't bench pressing regularly. I also find that the muscular gains, particularly in the shoulders, traps and chest region, became more profound. You could also tie that in with the fat burning effect that was happening, but I would definitely say that hypertrophy was occurring in those muscle groups, particularly as I was doing multi-pump burpee sessions. Navy SEALs in particular are excellent shoulder developers, and anyone who wishes to dispute that, I urge them to go and do 100 Navy SEALs and they will feel like their shoulders are about to drop off. It's absolutely insane. The Navy SEAL is a supreme muscle builder which should be incorporated into any chest and shoulder day. That also ties into another benefit which I experienced, and this is one that I kind of have trouble with because it's not suited to my beliefs in fitness, but the physique transformation I personally went through was very profound. I had tried so many weightlifting programs, 531, bodybuilding splits, John Meadows programs, AMRAPs, and I never really experienced the physique changes that I did until I started incorporating burpees or becoming strictly focused on burpees. And the reason being was that the fat burning effect or the calorie expenditure was profound. I started getting more shredded, my body fat levels just completely plummeted, and there was no really any major change to my diet. I was still having a wee bit of fun in the diet front. I wasn't strict with my food choices. I would still eat a bit of junk. I was eating clean most of the time. However, the heavy workload was demanding calories, and I was finding it difficult to keep it up. But I was still maintaining muscle because the muscle load of the exercise and the multi-pumps was keeping the muscle that I'd used from doing weights. So anybody who is a bodybuilder or a weightlifter who is looking to get lean should definitely incorporate burpees into their regime. Like I said, it's a highly accessible exercise. It's demanding on the body, and demanding exercises usually result in excellent results. One of the main benefits though, and probably the most important for me, is it allowed me to access hard work more easily. And that's probably like a vague statement, but what I would like to say is this. The biggest thing that underpins results in any endeavour is the intensity of work applied. And for me personally, I found it difficult to work hard doing the weights. Now, when I say I wasn't working hard, I was working hard enough to elicit muscle growth, but my heart wasn't in it, because I found that a lot of the times I was sitting about waiting to do my next set. There was a lot of downtime, the heart rate was plummeting back down, and the sets weren't long enough to get that response from my body to induce a physique change. Whereas burpees, it was constant hard work that was almost terrifying because it was just taking you to that dark place. So burpees are that instant access to dark place engagement. This is a message I promote through a lot of videos, and it's something you really need to explore. Burpees allow us to access that place that will take us to where we wish to go, the place where results are born. We will not get the results we want if we do not add hard work into the equation. The equation being hard work, consistency over time equals results. Burpees are an instant access into that equation. So that's pretty much the benefits that I feel that you will experience personally if you embark on your burpee journey. What I would also suggest is you need to get out of the mindset that burpees are a punishment exercise. They are not a punishment exercise. Some of these burpees that you see in fitness classes where someone looks like they've just had an electric rod put up their anus, then they gas you out too quickly, whereas strict 6 count burpees and their variations can be done technique heavy and can be done for large volumes of numbers. It can be done for lots and lots of reps. You can set a nice pace, you can take your time and still experience the profound effects. Those are the benefits of burpees, and these are the reasons why you should try burpees and incorporate them into your current training regime. Okay, thanks for watching the channel. You know me, I like to extol the virtues and benefits of burpees through the medium of YouTube. I do a lot of workouts myself, as you can see. I appreciate the support. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and good luck. Enjoy yourself.